and welcome to the King of Anime podcast, the only podcast that will be outlived by Elon Musk.
Yeah?
Yep, it's true.
Oh.
He's gonna outlive us.
He's gonna become immortal.
Yeah.
He summoned the Eternal Dragon.
He's probably gonna just make the Eternal Dragon at this point. He has so much money. Might as well.
Just gonna turn him into a sci-fi character?
Yeah, he's gonna be like I don't know, he's gonna Battlestar Galactica himself, whatever that means.
He's gonna make robots that can't move all that well?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And are very loud. Yeah. Seems like something he would do, actually, now that I think about it. Just, just because. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I saw the super duper fantabulous Mario Brothers movie.
Oh. How good was it?
I was gonna say, what a reaction.
I was opening with my alarm on my phone, sorry.
But it was great. It was super fun. It was everything you could have hoped for for that franchise's movie. I recommend if you're a fan.
Yeah, for a while, I didn't know if it was gonna be good or not because of the casting and stuff. And
yeah, and Illumination's a part of it too. The same studio that did Minions.
Well, I mean, after I saw that first trailer, where they really showcased the film and its animation and what it would sound like and look like, I was like, oh, this is gonna be like a huge movie. Like this is gonna.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was gonna be huge no matter what. But this is gonna be insane. And
right. It's already about to make $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And now you have people going, oh, maybe Nintendo is the new Disney. And I'm like, that can't be, that is definitely the truth. Because they kind of in the 80s were very much like that. They were very Disney-like. And then in the 90s and early 2000s to the mid 2000s, they were like, do we want to be as big as Disney? And now they're just like, hell fucking yeah, we are. So it's really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, super fun weekend for me.
Can't wait for the next Switch to come out.
Yeah, the Switch 2 electric.
Yeah, I'm on that day one. Satsuki, how are you doing?
Well. NBA season, playoffs, full swing of things. Things are starting to get interesting. About to gear into the second round. And because I haven't been watching my team, even though they're up 2 games or 1 game, I guess. Because I'm not watching my team, I've not had any stress in regards to sports. It is one of the best things ever.
It's a great feeling. I mean, I am watching, but at the same time not watching. I'm like one of those, if I'm busy, I won't watch it. But then when I do, I'll be like, oh God, please make the bucket.
Yeah, and I'm not watching football not that I'm not watching football. I'm not watching the Buccaneers when football season starts. So even when that starts, I'll be good.
Yeah, same with my Cardinals. Let's both not watch our teams together.
It's a deal. Deal between kings.
We'll live as 2 kings. We'll live as 2 kings. Elizabeth in the chat says, "Happy Monday, guys."
Happy Monday.
Yeah,
happy Monday, Elizabeth.
QRW6 says, "What up, KOA? I'm one last episode away from finishing Steins Gate 0. Have to admit, it's better binge than weekly. Still have problems, but it all leads to the last episode of the original. But I would not recommend it or Steins Gate for Nakama Club because it was tiring at the beginning." Yeah, both Steins Gate series I've noticed in the beginning, it's sort of a little slow to do weekly like that. So that's a good shout.
I feel like Soundscape would be a good show on this podcast. I've always like I understand why people don't like the beginning of Soundscape, but I've never found it boring.
Same. I felt like it was interesting, like just how they explained things and how they went about doing it. I mean, that's just me personally, but I don't know.
Like, remember when Okabe got the message from CERN when they like were threatening him when he was like close? That was like episode 4 or something like that.
Yeah,
that got me like really like that was like a good thriller type of scene, and it always made me like feel like this sort of unease, even though like there wasn't any violent things happening. I know everybody talks about like the whole Moeka moment as like the turnaround of the series, but I feel like there was build up to that moment to get to the more hype moments that people like in Steins Gate.
It's a slow burn for sure. I mean, I was hooked after the first episode when the time skip happened and then you see Kurisu alive at the very end. I was like, okay, show. What else can you do for me?
I was hyped when they said Dr. Pepper is the best drink because I agreed.
That's all they drank was Dr. Pepper, but it was like Dr. Pee-Pee or whatever they called it on the show.
Oh yeah.
Anyone would drink that.
Well, if you're new here, I would suggest that you subscribe, because at 500 subscribers, which we're nearly there, we will switch over from audio only to face cams. And likely what comes with that is weekly content, pretty much. So I would definitely subscribe for that, especially if you want KOA to grow, because as soon as we get face cams, we're going to be getting hopefully a big influx of viewers, because I've got some ideas.
I'll do whatever it takes. I'll take off my shirt.
Is that whatever it takes?
That's what the people want, I think.
I might have to keep on, but put on a shirt once I start doing face cam, because this body
let's be real.
Isn't for free.
Let's be real. What the viewer audience really wants is for us to take off them socks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I thought you were going to say the cock.
Just take off the cock.
Well, you know, that's where one of the socks it may or may not be located. We don't know. Nobody knows. We could be red hot chili peppering it right now.
Yeah.
We could be doing it.
So sometimes I just have to switch mine, you know. You don't like the color, it's a little faulty.
You gotta have different flavors. It's like, this is vanilla, this is chocolate.
Well, horrifying nightmares, I'm sure, for all of us now. Let's go ahead and get into viewer questions. This week we got
viewer questions.
So, oh man, this is really gonna throw everyone off. Have any of you had an anime moment in real life? I'm talking about falling over and landing on a pair of titties kind of moment. That's our first question. Hearing that comment, I'm reminded of anyone remember that anime that was done by, like, I don't know, it was a really good studio that did it. It was like based off some like visual novel. It was like Stranded or something like that. And the first episode has like the main girl tripping over like some like rock or something like that on the beach, and then like landing face first on a dude's like crotch, and they're like totally naked.
I can't say that I did. I missed that one.
I don't know what you're talking about, but that sounds like I mean, you know, that happened to me. I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't complain.
I mean,
but,
sure, but
to answer this question, I have had that experience happen.
Wait, what? Were you the one who fell into the booze, or were...
No. It asked me, have you had an anime moment in real life? I haven't had anything where I landed on a pair of boobs or anything like that. But I did have somebody run into me, like anime style, when I was walking.
Naruto run?
No, she wasn't Naruto running. She was, I don't even know where she was going to, but it was one of those things where she was running, like she was late for something. And you know how normal people, that if they notice that you're in the way, they'll go around? Not this person. She instead decided to keep going right where I was, walking, and then all of a sudden, boom! Right into me, and all I remember was doing a complete 360. I didn't fall or anything, but I was still standing. She's laughing and then still running, and I'm just like, because I was with my friends. Like I was in the middle, and then I had both my friends on my side. She went right in the middle and then got me, and then I just went, "What the fuck just happened?" I just got clobbered by somebody with their body.
Why is it that in my head, this person, I'm envisioning this person as Lady Dimitrescu?
She wasn't that tall. No, she wasn't that tall. But it was just, like I said, it was just the weirdest thing. Like, it was early in the morning. This was high school. And I'm just with my friends. And then this woman is just, like, running. She was saying something. I don't even remember what she was saying. But it definitely wasn't "excuse me" out of the way. It was something. And I just assumed she was going to go around. Then just, boom! 360 spin. Like, I did a complete 360 and kept looking exactly where I was before.
She needs to play for my Buccaneers. That's all I'm saying, because we have a tackling issue.
Philip said,
yeah.
Did she have toast in her mouth?
Now, see, that would have completed the that would have completed the whole anime moment. But no, she didn't have toast in her mouth. Because, like I said, she was just screaming the whole time. Now, if she was screaming while having toast in her mouth, that would have been even more crazy. But
you ever think what she's doing right now? What she's thinking? What's going on in her life?
Not really. Because if she was rude enough to just do that, I couldn't tell you what else she could be doing in her life.
Drugs. Hard drugs.
I don't wish any ill will or anything like that, but it's just like, hopefully she's grown since then.
Also, for some reason, our viewers are mega chads. Light Roller and Philip both have said they have, to them, women landing on their crotch all the time just seems to happen, so.
Sure. What proof?
Thinking about it, I did have an anime moment.
Alright, Sasuke, let's go.
So, listen, I was like 40 years old. I was a retired wrestler. I walked outside. Truck came out of fucking nowhere. All I saw was the lights. Got hit. Woke back up. I was a fucking baby. And then, like 25 years later, I did KOA. Well, I guess like before then, but I'm doing KOA right now.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How was it like in your old life or past life?
Mid.
It was mid.
And you were a wrestler too, and it was mid.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Vince had me doing all kinds of crazy stuff.
Oh no, were you a jobber?
Pretty much.
Well, at least you're getting paid. Next question: who's likely to crash your party? Thor, Alan Garner, Joker, or Frank the Tank?
Wait, who's like... Oh, crash your party.
This is a strange question. Why do we have one from The Hangover?
One from The Hangover, and Frank the Tank is from Old School. Anybody ever seen Old School?
Long time ago.
He's Will Ferrell. He's the one that shot himself in the neck with a tranquilizer dart by accident. And his voice is all distorted. It's like, dude, you sound crazy, man. Anyway,
did they have like some like sex doll or something in that they were?
Yeah, they had a blow-up doll. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But Thor would crash my party. He's the king of drinks.
I'll go with Alan. I feel like Alan is definitely likely.
Yeah.
Out of all of these four, I think Alan would find a way. Like he would smell it from across the country. He'd be like, "Party!"
I don't know if you'd want him to crash your party though, because you know what would happen.
But it doesn't say like who would you like to crash your party, just who's more likely.
Oh,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
He also has glaucoma, so
Joker's not going to crash my party because it's not going to be some high end, everybody's wearing a suit type of thing. So.
Right. We are tonight's entertainment.
lots of murder.
Joker
Yeah,
just shows up to a random ass house party.
He asks where Harvey Dent is, and we're like, dude, what you see is what you get. There's no Harvey Dent here.
Well, next question: who's winning this battle? Aya no Koji from Classroom of the Elite or Spike Spiegel? And they preface that Aya no Koji is from the light novel version. So I guess in the light novel he's like doing spin kicks and like I don't know, like shooting Spike's wife.
Man, we don't give a damn what he does in a light novel. I'm going with Spike.
Yeah, and that's coming from a guy who's seen the anime, the first two seasons. I've never seen the light novel, but though he may fight good and he can like beat up people, like twice his strength and size, I've still got to go with Spike just because he is the most clever when it comes to getting himself out of a situation. He'd find a way. Plus, he's an adult. He can whip that teen ass.
Well, I'm gonna go with Sean. Next question.
Did it early.
Who would make the best babysitter? Mary Poppins, Deadpool, 11, or Din Djarin? Is that how you
I
pronounce
think
it?
this is the most obvious answer.
What is it?
You think?
Yeah, Mary Poppins. She'd be the best babysitter in the world. She takes you to different lands and sings about how things are supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Ah, classic
you get to
word.
be mixed with cartoons in live action. So that means you get to be with anime characters while still being you. I'm going, and then she flies on a fucking umbrella.
Yeah, no,
Come
that's
on.
actually, yeah. I think
Come
I'm
on.
going with Mary
That was
Poppins
the seller.
too. Yeah.
That was the seller.
That's just fucking cool though, right?
And if you're ever sick, she's gonna give you a spoonful of sugar.
Man, she kind of like
Yeah,
low-key MILF though.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah.
She is. All versions of Mary Poppins are hot. But yeah, Mary Poppins, hands down, the best babysitter out of all this. Because Deadpool wouldn't give a shit. 11 is like a teenager. And I haven't watched I kind of like stopped watching The Mandalorian. To be honest, it's kind of taken a hit. But I don't know who Din Djarin is. But if it's who I think it is, no.
He jarring, that's what he doing. Out here jarring them jars.
What a job.
pickling in them jars.
He's pickling them pickles, if you know what I mean. Ugh.
Well, next question. Out of these four, who's the best waifu? Mikoto Misaka, Kagura, Makima, or Nezuko? This is a pretty sus list, clearly from Light Roller.
This is only one character that's of age on that list.
And she's a groomer and manipulator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the funny thing is the one character on this list is the most morally corrupt one, and there's a literal demon on there. And yeah. But yeah, Makima.
Yeah, we're gonna have that's Makima by default.
I'll have to pick Makima even though I don't want to. I'm not going to be wearing a dog collar. That's all I'm going to say.
I'll say this. What I hope happens in this arrangement is that all three of these characters exist, and Mikoto Misaka shows up and destroys Makima, so then I'm set free, and I can just go back to my normal life.
I don't think that would happen.
Then I would smell like dogs if I was with Makima. This is terrible.
I mean, you would be a dog if you were with Makima.
Well, that too.
To be
That's probably
fair.
why I smell like a dog.
She would teach you things that she never taught people.
Yeah, like how to groom.
Hey, that's the price you pay.
You know,
I was gonna say we
Makima-
don't have a dog sound effect, so I'll be a duck instead.
You know, Makima would probably groom all 3 of these people on this list.
I mean, she's not above it, but that's for sure.
Well, it would be hard to groom Nezuko because all she'll say is the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, too, yeah. Next
It's
question.
like, Makima, come here. I mean, I said that wrong. God damn it. Nezuko, get your butt over here. No, I said get over here. Alright, that's it. I'm done with this shit.
Next question. What are y'all's thoughts on the Dragon Ball Super manga wasting readers' time by doing the Super movie arc as an arc? And is the hype still there for an anime continuation of Dragon Ball Super? Yeah. It's the biggest anime in the world, so yeah. Yeah, but that's annoying. That's really annoying. And I heard the manga for Super is pretty good. Way better than the anime. Because it fits more in that format. Clearly, because it's, originally a manga series. So, yeah, that sucks. That really sucks. Not surprised. Sucks.
Yeah. How we would feel about this particular thing, an arc being rehashed in the manga, that's not going to have any bearing on the anime or like how people will feel about the anime, because we're kind of like, I'll say like hardcore in the anime scene, and most of the people that that are going to be there and enjoying and hyping Dragon Ball Super are going to be more the casual viewers. So like what we think in our like niche community isn't going to like affect anything. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball in general is just one of the most popular anime, and it'll stay that way.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, me personally, I've been over it for a while. Like, I don't know when it was. It was probably after the Super Broly movie. I liked the movie, but then after that, I was like, nah, I'm kind of tired of this. But, yeah, it's gonna keep going, probably long after all the original voice actors pass on and be replaced.
Yep, it is going to be unfortunate. Apparently, people are experiencing lag. Is this just like our luck? Because like it says literally our connection is perfect on my stream.
Yeah, it's them.
Yeah,
They
get
need
better. Boo! Where's the boo?
I would say get better internet.
Boo! You stink!
You know what? I should probably. You know what? Maybe my my console is doing something. Let's turn that off.
I think a better idea would be to bring on a special guest. We have welcomed the almighty, you guys remember him from his own channel. His name is Holographic. Say hello, Hollow.
God, you're so hot. Step on me.
Hollow.
Hollow. Wow.
This is
no,
not,
like, no greetings. Just
I know. I mean, just I don't think that's very appropriate. I think you should address the people and say hi to them.
God, you're so hot. Step on me.
he's horny,
What? He must be.
Just honestly,
super
Damn.
unhinged.
honestly, this is kind of normal for him.
I
Yeah.
love Hutao and Megumin.
I'm glad to hear that, Hollow. You love Hutao and Megumin? I didn't know that. Guys, did you know that?
No, not until this very moment.
Well, what does Hollow have to say about this?
I love Hutao and Megumin.
Oh, okay. So you're okay. So you really just want
Just
us to
repeating the
know?
same thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of he is a little
Yeah.
deranged and mega horny. So
No cap.
yeah, I agree with that. That one chick from Wonder Egg. She knows what she's talking about. Next
Yeah.
question, second to last question. Who would you spend the night with? Mizuhara Ai, Shinobu, or Makima. So all these people are a little crazy, I guess is the trend.
Wait,
Mizuhara.
all these characters are of age for the first time. Wait, who is Mizuhara?
I'm trying to remember. Isn't she the regular one?
Yeah, she's Aqua. It's Aqua.
Yeah. It's her. She's the one that the author married in real life and said, "F them kids."
I thought her name was
Daddy, we're
Chizuru. That's
hungry.
her last name?
Yeah, it's like Chizuru Mizuhara or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Who would I spend the night with? Oh, we're gonna play patty cake again, right?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah, with either that or Monopoly or like. Remember that old board game where like you would put like the tissue under like the thing, and if it got wet, everything would fall in or whatever. And like
What,
Oh.
I
don't know.
I don't remember that. All I know is if I was to spend time with it would be a very quick. She'd be dead. I just did the wrong fucking thing. I was trying to do.
You're hyping yourself up.
Damn.
I would stab that bitch.
Hey girl, answer this door. I got this knife coming for you.
Jesus Christ. The soundboard is a mistake.
Did you say steak?
Mistake.
Oh, you're getting me all excited.
This is easy. Well, for me.
Oh, I know
Yeah,
which one
Well,
you
you're gonna
pick.
pick Shinobu.
Yeah, gotta go with Shinobu because
The voice.
Mizuhara is the rent-a-girlfriend, so that's a no. Ai is Two-Face, so that's a no. And Makima's a manipulator, so you gotta go with Shinobu. Yeah, she kills people. Demons. She kills demons. Get over it.
But she's also got a great voice.
Yeah.
I think that's what adds to it too. She just and she sneaks up next to you, looking at you with those big old eyes.
A lot of women in
Yeah.
Demon Slayer do that. Very interesting.
Good
Their
tech.
go-to
yeah.
move.
Yeah, I'll go with Shinobu too, because Mizuhara hangs out with losers. Ai is dead, and Makima is just a bad person.
But she pays for people's drinks.
That she does. She does to have somebody else throw up in your mouth. That is exactly what you want her to do.
Have fun, Elizabeth. Thanks for coming out.
Yes.
I'm fathering those kids. I'm going with I.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, that's that takes a lot of courage, man.
I know. I mean, she's a whole, she's an idol and everything, and really complicated. But those children, they're the easiest children to raise ever. And then plus, I'm just saying, the manager. Well, maybe, after she
What?
dies.
What?
I'm just saying.
Makes sense.
After she dies, she's single too.
What?
I'm just
So
saying.
after you spend this one night with I, you're banking on her death to possibly sleep with the other woman who is married?
No. You gotta understand, Satsuki. That's not what I was saying at all. What I'm saying is that I'm banking on me getting close to the manager through I.
I think that's exactly what Sasuke just said.
All right.
That is not what I was saying. Anyways, last question. What would you give Yamai for Valentine's Day? Would you go for the classic chocolates or maybe a necklace and some flowers?
A job application.
That's a good
I'll
one.
give her this.
Oh,
Not a
crickets.
damn thing.
Oh. Oh.
It takes effort to catch crickets. That's 2 caring for
I was
her.
gonna say I don't want to get no crickets for her. I'll literally just be like, oh, it was your birthday? My mistake. Oh, Valentine's Day. My bad.
I'm gonna
Either or, I'm still not giving you shit.
I'm gonna give Yamai a visit from Chris Hansen. Oh, that
That'd
should
be
be in the
nice.
soundboard. Have a seat
Why don't you
over
take
there.
a seat?
Restraining order would be nice too.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Non-pointy
QRW6
objects.
says, lucked out again, tried my tablet to listen live, then got lag for 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't know why in the hell this is happening. This is so
Someone
weird.
hates us.
It's all C's fault. That's all we know.
What?
Yeah. Now that I think about it.
Oh, we do have a little bit of dropped frames.
Damn. Someone should pick them up.
God. I'm gonna see if my I don't know. I think it. I have a suspicion that it may be my console, so I'm gonna still log on here real quick and cancel any downloads if that is the case. I don't think it is
Stop.
though.
Stop playing games while we're doing this, see?
Listen, I can't stop.
Well, oh wait, EA, did you see the Garcia fight?
I saw what everyone was talking about, and I saw the fact that they stole your damn tweet.
I wasn't even going to go there, but oh yeah, we were all watching the Garcia fight in the court, and man, I mean it was a good fight up until the
Body shot.
It wasn't. I think it was just because it was a body shot, and I understand it because you get hit like that in a right spot, yeah, you're going to be off and out. But
Yeah.
damn, didn't want to fight the end like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll have a rematch, and it won't take a body shot to take either of them down.
I don't know. I think they're actually like friends or something. So I don't know.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if they would actually do another fight.
Oh, okay.
At the very least, they don't have animosity for each other.
Well, that's good. I like people that, whenever they do those poses, when they get the picture and they both like have the fists, like they're about to punch each other.
Yeah.
There's not a freaking obviously scripted. All right, break it up, guys. Oh, tension. I always hate that. It's just so fake. I mean, there's some that are real, you could tell, but then there's some where it's like, okay, they're doing this for show.
Yeah. You got to sell the fight.
Exactly.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I guess it's just a YouTube thing again. We get these days often, like at least lately. Very sus.
At least
Maybe
the
it's-
channel's not shut down
That's true. That's true.
to where you can't stream.
Well, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Nakama Club. Let's talk about Fate Zero episodes 5 through 6. Of course, if you're not familiar, EA has never watched Fate Zero, yet we have.
Nope.
So me and Satsuki have seen it. So really, we're just here to point and laugh at EA while he says things like I don't know, ha ha ha. My
Yeah.
boy at that time didn't
I
count.
feel like isn't every time that we pick a show, it's always like EA is the one hasn't watched it. That usually happens with us.
I mean,
Berserk, and
yeah,
yeah.
I lived a very neglected life. What can I say? I didn't get around to Berserk.
I'm waiting for you guys to pick something where I haven't watched. Well, I think Inuyashiki was like the one that I'd never watched before. Kids on the Slope I didn't watch either, but I don't know if C watched it too.
No, I didn't watch Kids on the Slope before.
Okay.
All right, perfect. That was the only one that I was the victor.
Damn. Well, we're here to talk about Fate Zero episodes 5 and 6. What did you think about Fate Zero this week, EA?
A lot of cock teasing.
Yeah.
I mean,
ton.
literally everybody was there in episode 5, and then everybody was like, "Oh well, we gotta go. Bye. See you later." And I'm just like, "Wait, you guys can't leave? Why are you leaving? freaking A. But we finally got to see what Berserker looked like. He almost looked like a more deranged Goblin Slayer.
Yeah, a little bit.
Goblin Slayer without the goblins.
Pretty much. Like, he's not just saying, I want to kill all goblins. I just want to kill them. No, he's Berserker. He pissed off old Gilgamesh, which made me happy. You know, he caught the swords and reflected it back, and he's like, "You dare sully your hands touching by my sword," which could be taken out of context. But it's just like, yeah, I thought that was pretty neat introducing him. But everybody was just pulling back at the end, which made me sad. But it was all about honor, and you know, I want to fight Saber. I want to fight Lancer. I want to fight. Freaking even Ryder joined the fight, and he's like, I want to join this fight too. And they're like, no, we had something going. You gotta wait. But then everybody crashed the party, and it was just like,
Saber was not happy with Iskandar. Iskandar was like, we should all join together. Saber was like, you're a dick. I hate you.
Saber. Yeah, I noticed that Saber in this series, she gets called out a lot because she's a girl and used to be a guy. And, you know, I like how she doesn't kind of let that, like, you know, intimidate her, because she can back it up. You know, she can be like, okay, you think I'm a girl? Watch me fight. You ain't gonna think less of me when I put this invisible sword through your chest.
Yeah. Saber is a bit of a punching bag in this series, so more to come.
Did you say more to come? As
More to
in,
come.
like...
Oh no. No, that's not what he
No.
meant.
Oh. Didn't you tell me that Saber was, like, doing the naughty with somebody?
It's none of that really in Zero. It's like stay night stuff.
Yeah, nobody
Oh.
has sex in Zero. Fate Stay Night is the one where she
That's
gets it
not
on.
true. That one guy was doing it with that girl because to clear his mind or whatever.
Listen, we know what we said, EA. You heard nothing. These are not the droids you're looking for.
But he needed to clear his mind, and she was like, I'll blow you.
These are her exact words.
Yeah, she's like, come here, kiss me, and I'll blow you, and I'll do more
God,
than
you're
anything.
so hot. Step on me.
Yeah, she said all that stuff. You know, it's... thank you, Hollow. But it was...
I
say
love
that
Hu Tao
there's no
and
sex-
Megumin.
Hollow, please. As we know, there is no sex in here unless it's with the non... I guess... What the fuck were they called?
Servant?
Servants. For some reason, I was thinking slaves, but I'm like, no, they're not slaves, even though they kind of are, because they got to do what they do, but they're called servants. But anyway, what was I getting to?
I noticed for the first time. Actually, I noticed this one time in the past, and I forgot it again. But Maya's voice actress is Satsuki. Carrie Karanan, I think that's her name. So that makes me happy.
Simp.
Cool.
But Berserker was pretty cool.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, anything he touches turns into a noble phantasm.
That's
So
pretty awesome.
So I think like that was the big thing that you saw in this episode. Like although you called it like the like the cock teasing thing, you saw what these characters were capable of. So like Lancer and Saber are pretty evenly matched on fair grounds, and that's why they were so mad at Ryder for interrupting their fight. You don't really get to see anything from Ryder in terms of his fighting prowess, but he's
Yeah.
at least a big enough threat to where even if he's teamed up with an injured Saber, he was confident that he could destroy Lancer. So that at least gives you like some type of relative scaling. And Gilgamesh you don't see a lot of, but you got the assassin thing, and you know of his noble phantasms being many many weapons that he just pulls out of the portal. And
well, fun fact, actually, a little bit of an added detail. The weapons Gilgamesh uses is from his personal arsenal, and they're all noble phantasms. So he doesn't. His noble phantasm is using every single noble phantasm in existence.
sounds like me.
The guy that had Berserker was puking up worms.
Yeah, Karya. He got it rough. He's still doing it all for Sakura though.
Yeah, you can see he's losing his mind too, because at the beginning he was just like this sweet, lovable, like slice of life MC, and then now he's just like, Berserker, kill them all. He turned edgy. He just turned super edgy.
Yeah. And he's got white hair and a scar, and yeah, he's creepo.
He did it for her.
I don't think he needed to eat all those worms though.
No, he had to. That was what the contract stated. He had to be in. He had to have crest worms implanted.
Couldn't he have eaten something else, like, a cheeseburger?
Yeah, can I eat pizza?
Zokin,
Can I get a
No.
pepperoni pizza, please?
No.
Zokin, can I just eat a pizza instead of these crest worms? All right, I shall give you this pizza from Domino's. It'll be Hawaiian. Yes, I know you like
Oh, that's
Hawaiian,
worse.
Kari.
Oh shit! Give me the worms.
Yeah. Never mind.
No,
okay,
no,
what about
you can't go back, Arya. You have to eat the pizza.
pineapples on pizza is just a war crime. I think that deserves like 30 years minimum. But with the thought that Kanath was supposed to, like, seeing Ryder's personality and for all it is with these episodes, how do you think it would be, EA, if Kanath, the current master of Lancer, how do you Ryder was his servant instead of Lancer? How do you think that whole character dynamic will go?
Well, I don't think it would go very well because he kind of said already, he's like, hides in the shadows. He is not deemed worthy to be my master. Even though, he beats up on the kid a lot and whatever, he at least says that he has more respect for him than he does the other guy. So, in that instance, they're after C. In that instance, I would say we wouldn't go well. He'd force him to do a lot of stuff, if anything.
It's kind of crazy to think about, but I think Ryder would have never worked with any waiver.
Mm-hmm.
I think he would do terrible with Kiritsugu. I think he would do very bad with Worm Boy. Yeah, I think Waiver was, I won't say he's like the perfect person for Ryder, but out of the candidates, he's definitely the best one in my mind.
And that just worked out for him.
Yeah.
Well, what do we think about as well? After Saber and Lancer's fight, Saber is basically temporarily cursed. So as long as Lancer is alive, she can't exactly use one of her hands to its fullest extent.
Gotta use them teeth like Zoro.
Yep. I mean, that does kind of suck. You put yourself at a disadvantage, definitely. Especially when she got in contact with old Bluebeard. That guy is a creepo.
That guy, I think his master is crazier.
Oh, John Dark.
Oh yeah. Well, we should just go ahead and get to that in episode 6. Yeah, they casually dropped John Dark in this, like, and at that time we didn't really know John Dark. Like, most anime watchers are like, John Dark, why the hell they're bringing up John Dark? But there's a very good reason, because John Dark is in this. He believes that John Dark is the reincarnation of Saber, which is true in this universe of Fate, because in this universe of Fate we have a thing. It's called Saber Face, which is basically you have the face of Saber and the voice of Saber, and you're somehow related to Saber in some way. And Jeanne d'Arc is one of them. And Mordred is another.
Oh. Yeah, he loves his French women.
Yeah.
Can't blame him.
Yeah, a little too much. He squished that kid's head.
He did.
I just
He he just
Fuck
squished
them
it.
kids.
Hey, you ruined my masterpiece.
I
Of dead children.
I just like how the guy in the church is like, so we got this servant and master who are just like not caring about the Holy Grail War, and they're just killing people, and they're not even covering our tracks. We gotta get rid of this guy. We just gotta jump him.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it how they kind of have to have like certain rules to it, and it's just like, yeah, they're kind of ruining the game. Let's get rid of these guys. Kind of like permaban them.
Oh, so me. Ban him straight up. What did you think about Iris Veal's driving?
A little dangerous.
A little bit.
She's
yeah.
like, I can only ride around in the court, but this is the most fun I've had since I was a kid. I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus. I would have asked, could you please pull over, please?
This is my favorite
like right now.
toy.
I mean, hell, even Saber looked terrified. She was like,
maybe we should like pull over and let me drive.
yeah, she could drive anything once she puts her legs on it or something,
Yeah,
right?
when she puts it in between her legs, she can drive anything.
Yeah, that's not at all
work.
insinuation.
No.
But
Thank you, Benny.
she was terrified. But yeah, the driving was it was just funny just because of the fact that it's, that's scary. And also those two just need to hurry up and bang.
Irie
Yep.
and Saber.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, they are a couple in love with each other.
And went on a beach date.
They kind of did. What did you think about Kenneth and his wife Sola Ul?
Solo Ooh wears the pants in the relationship.
A little bit.
I mean, other than the fact that she wears pants in general, but she just walks in, she's just like, oh, you weak-minded fool. It's just like, oh, yeah, she's wrapped around that little finger, and I would say, but I just like how nonchalantly just after that, they're like, oh, there appears to be a bomb threat. Please let us evacuate the building, and then just the whole building just blows up. It's like, what the hell?
I like how
Was
Kenneth
anyone
is like,
in that?
I like how Kenneth is like, I have designed a labyrinth of a building that nobody can get through. It is so powerful that to even go through it, it would kill every single person on this planet. Boom, 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 boom. Kiritsugu was like, well, that was easy.
It's just, this is why I like Kiritsugu. This is why he's like my favorite character in the series. He circumvents all the rules that they have in place because he's a pretty competent mage. So they have this thought that he's going to come in here and fight magic with magic. And then Kiritsugu is just like bombs.
Well, I was expecting a bomb, so.
Yeah, he's basically the Batman of this verse.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good comparison, actually.
That is a good comparison.
Yeah, so Kiri just does not care about Kenneth's house. He said, fuck that house.
It had a beautiful ocean view. How could you?
So we do see a confrontation between Kirei and Maya.
There you do. Shout out to Maya, by the way, for being a ride or die. But she was about to get effed up by Kirei. And he got a bit of focus towards the end of the episode with Gilgamesh and their little talk. And
Gilgamesh loves wine.
Yeah, good man. I found that talk interesting though, because Gilgamesh is paired with a master who, in terms of being a mage, he comes from an esteemed background, long history. Like, he's one of the big families, and from that perspective, I think he's probably like the best mage in the game in terms of just what you would expect a mage to be, because he's playing everything correctly. He's doing everything the right way, but Gilgamesh finds him so boring. It's so weird. He gets the perfect serve or the perfect master, but that doesn't satisfy him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like anything satisfies him. He'd be like a guy that would. He could have like a threesome with some of the hottest babes in the world, and he'd be like, that was satisfactory at best.
Yeah, he has this. Yeah, I like Kirei for that though. He cannot seek joy anything, which Gil's like, well, do you not wish to find joy? And I like how the voice acting in this scene, because when he initially asked the question of like, what does he find joyful, Kirei kind of stammers a little bit. And he's like, I would never find anything joyful. So you can tell there is something that immediately comes to his head. There is something there. And I like how he says, well, since the Grail wishes for what the person truly wants, not a wish per se, this really puts into question, like, if Kirei wins, what does he get? What's his thing that he desires that he doesn't know?
Oh, I already know what it is.
Oh god, is it a threesome?
No. It's Taco Tuesdays, $2 off at Taco Bell.
They just want to make him finally. They just want to make him finally smile. Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if any, he probably doesn't even know what a taco is. You know, he's lived so long.
Yeah.
If he, what is this contraption? Go ahead, take a bite. I guarantee you, the second he takes a bite, he'll be a new man.
He'll probably be like Squidward.
Maybe
He'll like it, and then he'll put it down and be like, "This is sinful. How could you like such a abomination?"
Maybe that's what Kirei needs. He just needs some soul food.
That is something that he would do, though. He would pretend like he hated it, bury it, and then go, "Still alive," and then eat the taco. So delicious.
Oishi.
He just starts licking the ground. Hey.
Oh, I like how Gilgamesh also tells Kirei that he's basically just a wee little boy that hasn't grown to understand what true joy is. That's such an interesting statement, because in one hand, it shows how sort of deluded Gilgamesh is, but also in a sense right, and also how Kirei, I don't think, knows much about himself as he thinks he does. So it's really interesting stuff.
I think why these characters work together as like this for this character dynamic is that they reach this peak of boredom in different ways. Because with Gilgamesh is that he's owned everything and he just doesn't find joy in a lot of things because he's experienced it all. He's the king of kings and whatnot.
He's 100%ed GTA.
Well, yeah. I mean, even before then, you get bored of GTA. When you start like following traffic rules in GTA, that's when you need to turn the game off.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. When you don't run over any hookers, you're just like, yeah, I need to put this down.
Yeah.
Philip says Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
Yeah, if he had that with it.
Okay.
I think he would. He'd be a new man.
But with Kire, it's on the opposite spectrum to where he's never even tried to fully enjoy things, or he hasn't found that joy at all. So that's why he's so bored. He just listens to whatever he's told. Because him saying a joy is sinful, that doesn't really come from him. Because like Gilgamesh like laughed in his face and said like, how can joy be sinful? How can it inherently be sinful? That doesn't make any sense. And it's probably it's what he believes that other people find joy in, the same stuff he doesn't find joy in, whether that's sex, alcohol, whatever it may be. He sees that as sinful, but because he hasn't found his own joy, he wouldn't even know if it was sinful or not. Or you can argue that whatever his true joy is sinful.
Yeah, it is. It is an interesting dynamic. That's the thing with Urobuchi in Fate Zero. He fully embraces the philosophy of the series really well, I think. Really makes you think in ways that I don't think the original author really could do. Because I think the original author, he's really good, but you see, he gives you a lot of these mechanics and these ideals, and he kind of almost overwhelms you, but Urobuchi does it in such a way that makes you think about these characters in really interesting and just, I don't know, different ways than you would a normal character. Like you go beyond just like, is he good or bad? You really try to get down to the granular level in this scene. And that's what I think Fate is really good at doing in general.
And last thing I want to say, Ryder is just such a bro.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I think him stepping in when he did and saying the Lancer, or to Lancer's master, really, that's who he was addressing, that if you continue to disgrace Lancer the way you're doing, I will step in the fight and I will kill your servant. Because he did that because he obviously knew Lancer just wanted a fair battle with Saber, and he didn't want to jump Saber with Berserker. So seeing him be forced to do something like that and disgrace his pride was something he wasn't going to stand for. I think that's the good part of Ryder in general. He fills you with this pride, like self-pride. And I think that's what he's doing with Waver, slowly but surely.
Yeah, Ryder's a true bro. He I think he's definitely up there with some of my favorite servants, for sure. He's the good Ganondorf. He's a bro all the way, and not afraid to give people tough love.
Well, are you guys ready to move on?
Yes?
All right. Let's go ahead and get into Oshi No Ko episode 2. Not 90 minutes long this time. A little thankful for that.
Thank God.
Yeah. This episode really focuses on a little in the first bit, a little bit on Ruby, and her development is rather interesting because she wants to basically audition to become an idol, but she also has to keep her identity protected, and as well she runs into a bunch of issues which she keeps getting rejected, and by the end of her predicament, they get their mother, their other mother, to kind of manage them, which I thought was good for her in a way. So this episode was really fascinating. What did you guys think about it?
Did you see why she kept getting rejected, though?
Remind me.
Because of damn Aqua interfering.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Him being a yandere.
Yeah, because I personally feel like she would have made it a couple of times because she's pretty, she's cute, she's got what it takes. It's just Aqua. And I understand, he's basically trying to prevent the same thing that happened to his... Right. He has mommy issues. No, I mean, I get it. But at the same time, you have to look at it in a way too, as she has to live her own life. She has to make her own mistakes. She has to do her own things. So the more you interfere, the more she's going to grow to hate you. But you would think as a grown man he would know that, even though he's a teenager.
Yeah, because you can't fall for your children. They have to fall. And I say your children as if like in this world he's her brother, but obviously like their dynamic is a little different because of the whole isekai factor. But yeah, you can't prevent her from failing. Now, of course, as her brother, he wants to make sure that the eye situation doesn't happen. But I think what they did towards the middle of the episode, which was clearly inform her of all of what can go wrong in this. I think that's all you can really do. You can't do much more than that. You can't control her life.
Right. I mean, you can tell a smoker till they're blue in the face that they're going to get cancer, but they'll still look at you and be like, I know. That's why I'm still going to smoke. You just get those people no matter what, but they have to learn the hard way sometimes. But it comes from a good place. I understand what Aqua's doing, but but it's just like you can't do it forever.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I like the resolution of them saying, okay, let's just run the company back up to extend to idols, and then you can just work under our umbrella, since we know that we'll have your best interest in mind. Because that was the whole determining factor in preventing her from going to certain places, because they knew that some of these places were scummy, some of these places were just trying to sleep with the idols under them, some a lot of different bad things with it.
I thought that was kind of clever how Aqua did the whole manager thing to quote unquote recruit somebody from another firm, when really what he was doing was just trying to get dirt for that other place. I'm like, that's pretty smart. Because I was like wondering what he was doing, but then I was like, okay, I gotcha.
Does C have any words of praise for his favorite character, Miyako Saito?
Who's that again?
It's the mommy.
I want to say the MILF that you wanna. You're hoping that I dies to get with.
Let me put it this way.
What does that mean? Like goddamn, like goddamn, or like god damn it? Like which one?
No comment.
What?
I know which one it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Boo! You stink!
Okay, we're not on the same page.
QRW6 in the chat says the ED rocks. What did you guys think about the ED?
Didn't
The
listen.
erectile dysfunction. It's not cool. You need pills for that.
Oh my god.
Right.
People didn't really like the opener. I like the opener. I probably won't listen to it again, but I liked it.
I just think it's a little obnoxious for me.
It's me personally. I think it's fine for what it is. It's idle sounding opening, which fits with the whole theme of the show. So
yeah,
it does its job. It's not my favorite song this season for sure. Oh heavens no! But it's serviceable. And the ED I don't remember, to be honest. I think once it started, I turned it off.
There you go.
We suck.
Yeah, we're terrible. We're quite awful. So speaking of the mom, I do think it's interesting how after the whole eye thing, they took such a hit to their company that they stooped to the lows of managing internet personalities. What internet personalities do you think they're managing? Because I'm signing up.
Markiplier.
I was going to say the same thing. Like
That is hilarious. Well, great minds.
Yeah.
But yeah, Markiplier. I'll say Mr. Beast. Let's see who else.
So all like the good guys.
Yeah, you have to have a bad one in there. So I don't know who's a bad YouTuber.
Donald Trump.
It got to be like one of the.
Does he have a YouTube?
Jake
Well, he's
Paul,
trying to get
Logan
into
Paul,
it.
whatever.
Okay, there you go. One of the Logan
Oh,
or
there
the
you
Paul.
go.
Excuse me.
I really like Miyako though. I already said that from episode 1. I liked her growth and her stepping up to be the adoptive mother of both Aqua and Ruby. But it's also cool to see her growth in her duties when it came to, because she started off as just you're just going to be the babysitter for these 2 children, but she's taken over the business now because the other guy's just out of there. Like after the death of he became so like distraught that he just fell off completely. So
He works at McDonald's.
He works at McDonald's.
His mom, dude. His mom is like god tier, but at the same time, I can understand his pain.
Wait a minute. I think you guys are talking about the director, right?
Oh. Wait,
Oh,
really?
I was talking. No, I
guy-
wasn't talking about the director. I was talking about her husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on a total. We're on. Okay, I'm done.
Sorry, but yeah, the
Ignore
director.
me.
He's me right now. But that's a temporary thing.
Technically same, and also a temporary thing.
But I'm not 40, so I mean.
I think he's like never moved out.
Yeah.
He's never moved out. Yeah.
In that case, then yeah, he's worse than me. So, but yeah, I don't know how. Mother was very much. She reminded me of. Y'all ever seen Seinfeld? How George's mother was like? She was always like, "Oh, Georgie, what are you doing in here?" And he's not now, Mom.
Yeah.
Just opening the door, not even knocking. You don't know what he's gonna be doing in there.
Probably got his pee out.
That's what I'm saying. Could be, oh my God, why do you have it out?
He is a director, so he could be editing some
He's
movies.
That's
He's
true.
directing an OnlyFans something.
It's just like how he has a kid editing for him. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, and also that editing software, that looked like, was that Adobe?
Yeah, it looks like Premiere.
It looked like Premiere, like to a T. I was like, they did their research.
Or Final Cut. I think that's Final Cut is what he's probably.
Is it Final Cut? Well,
Yeah.
they look very similar.
They're basically. the
All
same
right,
thing.
it's on an Apple. If it's Apple, then yeah, it is Final Cut. You're right. Okay, well, they did good.
Yep. Philip says in the chat, I like that the light in Aqua's eyes turns black. I think both of them, that happens to Ruby as well. As we see in the beginning of the episode, Ruby does the same thing.
They all do that. I did that before she became an idol.
I
think-
also did that before I became an idol.
You're an
I
idol.
don't like this joke.
Are you an idol? See?
Yeah.
That's what they kept doing with I from Ijigasaki. Remember the memories, EA?
Oh my gosh, yeah, I think that's right. I would always do a lot of puns. That's
Yeah.
right. She'd be, see, I forget her stinking puns, but I just remember that, and those were good times. Season 1, season 2, we don't talk about. We never even finished season 2.
Good.
I didn't mean to push that.
The last episode was not good.
Oh, you finally saw it?
Yeah,
I think you told me that. It was just them singing, right?
I think so. Like none of the stuff that we theorized happened, and it was very not melodramatic. It was very underwhelming.
Damn. Well, at least they have the Chibi show that's going on right now.
QRW6 says, I admit that I have it better with my folks than with roommates. Roommates can be the worst and lessons are learned. But yeah, folks are still annoying. Living with people is just really annoying. If you don't if you're not smashing them, we'll say.
Well, I think even then, because when you live with somebody, I think a lot of people find out when they get roommates that they aren't. They have like this idealized version of what it's going to be. Like, oh, we're going to hang out, we're going to always be with each other, blah blah blah. But when you're living with somebody, you're going to actually know how they are, and certain people. Not only do people's like real personalities not mesh well with each other, but living habits as well.
Yeah.
Like how early do you get up? When do you have the TV on? And all this other stuff. So
yeah, you certainly learn all that stuff when money's involved. Oh yeah, you learn real quick. Where's all the milk? Do we have enough money for rent? You know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very sad. Sad days. Speaking of sad days, Kana's back.
Oh, wait, you don't like Kana?
No, I like Kana. I was just, messing with Light Ruler in the chat.
I don't really care for. Well, I won't say I don't care for her. I don't care about her right now.
She's just kind of there. In the first episode, you kind of saw her as this little arrogant, kid actor. When now that the little teeny glimpse that we saw of her, she seemed kind of happy to see Aqua, which I don't know if that's just if it's like that just for her to be putting up a front, and that she's just saying that just to get on his good side and then backstab him. I honestly don't know, but yeah, just she's just kind of there.
Well, now we're going to high school and whatnot. I'm really hoping we don't get like high school shenanigans with this show.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, we probably will. But
I mean, I almost kind of had an issue with the fact that the first episode was just that great that the rest of the series was going to be mid. But it's not terrible yet.
Yeah,
to be determined.
Yeah, because it's how how we got into the show, because it had the strong starting point, and we were like promised like this revenge story to shift to what may become like this slice of life high school thing. I don't know. I don't know if I would enjoy that.
Oh my god! What's her name? Kana.
Mm-hmm.
If Kana falls in love with Aqua and they turn it into like this teeny bopper type thing, I'd be like,
it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
Oh,
I bet you.
You're probably right.
I bet you, like, there's going to at least be some type of romantic comedy element to the show, given that this person also writes Kaguya-sama.
That's right. All right, we're fucked.
I don't know I don't know if that would ruin the show or anything like that.
No,
or if it would detract from it.
I think it'll add.
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to see.
I think it'll add
it's a wait and see thing.
I think it'll add because of Aqua's mental state and his trauma. I think it'll definitely be good. So.
Do you think Aqua and Lelouch would be best friends?
No.
They both have things in their eyes, though.
Lelouch is too much of a dick, I think. So.
That's true, and he doesn't seem to like anybody in a sexual way or even a friendship way.
Well, there you go.
Well, Aqua, we don't know either. I mean, he may be the same. Who knows?
Any final thoughts on this episode?
The episode itself was just okay, to be honest. I mean, it just kind of established the repercussions of what happened in the first episode. Now I think the next episode's going to be more character focused, I think. And
You're
it's
probably right.
Yeah, I think we're going to have the high school shenanigans and, all the random stuff that'll come with it. So, here we go.
Yep.
Here we go.
All right.
just getting completely destroyed and killed.
So we're figuring out a lot of soundboards, sound effects to add.
A lot of Mario.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get into Megumin the Anime Episode 3. The anime that I was reincarnated into.
Oh God.
As Megumin.
Do you think so?
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
this
the
is
same
a
voice
this
actor.
is a
I get it.
This is a killer pass week. So people in the chat, you want to comment if you want to killer pass it, then please go ahead and do so. I'm trying to I put a reminder in there to remind people to make the stream a little bit more immersive. So
Kill.
I've only been
or
doing it for like
pass.
5 years, right? So better late than never.
I mean, yeah, I guess we could have incorporated that into the chat. But oh well. I think we did something kind of similar.
We did, but
but
not
it wasn't.
consistently.
Yeah. Oh well. 5 years. Hey, not too late. Not too late. That's blah, blah, blah.
I agree with that.
So we start off this episode with Megumin slapping the boobies.
Yeah, she always be slapping Union's boobs. This is the beginning of what would become a regular joke. Except for some reason Union in Konosuba has them out for the world to see.
That's true. That's true. And this one she's
Which
got
is
it all
like,
covered
when
up.
did that happen? Yeah, she's always covered up, but what I mean is like, especially with her personality, how she's always so shy and timid. Why is she cool wearing something like that?
Well, you know, it's Konosuba. Everybody's a fucking psychopath and an idiot.
This is true. I don't know what I was thinking. You're right. That'll be
Also,
$20.
In this village.
Also, they decided to, instead of just calling Chomsky Megumin, they decided to start calling him Ink. Like, what the fuck? Ink? Call a cat Ink?
Good name.
He's black, like ink.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Ink more like bluish, though?
I mean, who's counting?
Also, I have like a whole like container just full of ink. Sometimes I open it and I smell it because it smells like fruit.
I think
ain't
you're gonna
ink.
die.
No, I waft.
Oh, okay.
Is it kind of similar to sniffing a marker? Remember those fruity
No,
markers
no.
back in the day?
do.
The colored markers and they smell like an orange or a cherry.
Oh, I can't
Yeah.
believe they got away with that. Like looking
I
back,
know.
they get sued for that. They basically said, "Hey, huff these markers, kids, to get you high."
I sniffed me plenty of markers back in the day.
Yeah,
Those would always run out quick too.
they would probably
they
on purpose.
would.
So you have to go buy more to get your next hit.
It's just... You're probably right. They probably
Yeah.
did that on purpose.
That's why they did it, because they knew they could get kids addicted to it.
Do
Like
they
coffee
still have
for
that
kids.
the gum, like the fake gum that when you pull it, it shocks you?
The gum?
Bro.
Yeah, it was like this fake gum. It was
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
It
like a
was-
stick of gum?
yeah, it was.
I think
It was like the design. The usual design was either like designed to look like juicy fruit or peppermint. I think that was it.
Mhm.
Okay, so I remember those, but it wouldn't shock you. It was like a spring-loaded trap, and it would like slap your finger whenever you pulled it out. The thing that shocked me that I remembered was a pin. Like if you wanted to actually like click a pin, that thing. Someone did that to me, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" And they're like, "It's a shocker," and I'm like, "That's not funny." And then they took that same pen, and then they shocked the back of my neck when I wasn't looking, and I was just like, "Okay, you're getting it now."
You know what? You know what those guys would be saying now?
I love
God,
Hotel
what?
Megumin.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, but
Dude,
Yeah.
you do that in this climate, in this day and age, you're getting punched. Like if you take out one of the shocking gum stick things, like you
oh my gosh,
best be prepared.
These look horrible. Like these really look like. You want to stick a gum? Oh yeah, thank you. Just, oh, what the?
Dude, I'd be so mad if somebody did that to me.
I hate being shocked in general. So the fact that that would happen is just ugh.
When you're a kid, it's funny. When you're an adult, it's a whole different context.
I even hate the feeling of like static shock. You know what I mean? When you accidentally like touch a doorknob and it shocks you. That's the worst.
I always like when I get shocked, I'm always like, is my heart gonna stop working? That's like what I go to.
All right. So
back to the show. I first want to say, Union wants to be friends with plants.
I think she just wants friends in general. She's willing to be friends with anybody as long as they're living in some way.
And then those two girls seem to really like Union and want to be her friend. They always seem to get in the way of Megumin, because Megumin's like, "I'll be your friend." No, come here. We'll do your hair. We'll be a lab partner and everything.
Yeah.
And
pretty nice.
And can we talk about how in this show there was the absolute cutest spider I've ever seen in my life?
I didn't even know it was a spider. I thought it was a fucking bee.
Well, yeah, because it did have the same, color coordination like a bumblebee, but it was a cute little spider with the cute little eyes, and she was trying to kill it. Then she finally got it, and just remember how it fell? It was just, it just like slowly fell.
It
was funny.
It was an overly dramatic death.
It really was. And then Union was pissed because like she could have borrowed anything, but she was just like, "Give me your hair ties," and then was just shooting her hair ties that were already in her hair.
God damn it! The second half of this episode is insanity. Oh no! Wait! What was that whole conversation about romance with Megumin? Are they?
I don't even remember it.
Honestly, I'm trying to remember what.
There was a bunch of girls talking about boys, and Megumin was like, "Oh, I find all this cringe." But the but it was such a conversation that was out of nowhere. When has Konosuba ever talked about romance that seriously?
Not really. The only thing is really like lust in this show.
Yeah.
Kazuma lusting after the girls
but they
and
talked about
getting slapped.
It was like they're trying to set up like a romance with somebody. So, is there going to be a romance in this?
No.
The prequel? No, I don't think so. I think if anything, they're just showing you what Megumin would like. So if they were to do something in the future of Konosuba, then there would be some precedent for it.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any love as far as between any of the main characters that we know. There was that one creepo who he came back, by the way. I was like, dang it, he's going to be the new Kazuma of this series.
Oh yeah.
Ukogori.
Yeah, he apparently has nobody in his future. But then it also hinted at the fortune teller that she can't read her own future either. So it's also hinted that maybe she would be in there, but I don't think that's the case.
Which I'm hoping that these characters don't get together, because they kind of just like, I don't want to say they excuse a stalking, but they try to turn it to like this heartwarming story, and I was like, this isn't heartwarming. This guy's a criminal.
Aw, you're so sweet. Always following me and watching me go pee. You're just so sweet.
Yeah. They kind of turn it to this thing like, oh, he just doesn't know how to talk to her and express his feelings, and he stumbles over himself. I'm like, no, this guy turned invisible, tried to pick up her skirt, and has been stalking her for multiple days.
Yeah. I mean...
Sorry, continue.
Well, I was going to say, when you think of like some older movies or older shows, they were kind of creepo back in the day because of the fact that I even love how in Back to the Future they poke fun at that, because literally when whenever he went back in time to see his dad, Marty, he was like, "My dad's a peeping Tom." You see his dad in a tree looking at his mom, future mom, through the window and everything. I'm like, that's probably how it was back then.
It's a lot of those dated, like, just archetypes in general.
Mm-hmm.
When it came to romance. One of my friends were watching Full Metal Panic, and that was a show in the early 2000s, and it had the whole violent tsundere thing going for it, and it had the weird panty shots and all this other stuff. A lot of dated things that I'm kind of glad don't exist.
Yeah, I'm glad they're steering away from that stuff, because how many times can you have the "sorry, I didn't mean to accidentally land right on your face," which is your butt in the panties.
What about the one that's really bad is the walk-in one, where they walk in on them changing?
My God, the walk-ins I cannot stand. Or whenever they're about to kiss or hold hands, and somebody has to always interrupt it, whether it be a call or door opening or anything.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yep. I get it, but man, some of these series do not deserve it.
We got some good teamwork in this episode.
Yeah.
From all of the girls piling books on our boy Bukoro Rory.
He should have died from the pressure of those heavy ass books.
Yeah, they literally buried him. Did they clean up those books back up? It's just funny that everybody got together, because think about how bad this guy is. Everybody came together, and there wasn't a single moment of hesitation to possibly kill this man with as many books as possible. None.
Yeah, they didn't stop at all or hesitate. I think, I don't know, you may have had one or two that were probably like, "Hold on, I've been piling too many books, let me take a breather." But that would have been it.
My God.
Yeah, that guy should have been dead.
This school is just fucking insane. Actually crazy. All of these people inside of it have no excuse to even be in society.
I mean, think about what the whole program of the school is. Come up with a cool name, come up with a cool pose. It is a scam.
It's Trump University all over again.
It's any one of those online schools that say you can get certified in 48 hours. It's one of those really quick. Yeah, just give me $1,000 and you'll get certified in 48 hours. No problem.
This is a school that Saul went to.
It is. He went to the online board of law. What's it called? Just anything to become a lawyer. Yeah, that was great. What a joke!
We got the one of the worst simping lines I've heard in a minute.
Shit.
Because we had some simping lines. We had the whole thing of Subaru saying he would be Amelia's dog. But in Konosuba, we got Bukorori saying, "I wish I was trash so that I could be swept up at her feet."
I think he already is.
Ew.
He's pretty garbage.
That is. Now that is
He's
cringe.
truly-
Megumin was talking about cringe. That's cringe.
Megumin also, remember in the movie she called Kazuma Kazu trash, or was that Aqua?
It was probably all of them at one point.
So it's Buko trash.
I like it.
And
I vibe with it.
yeah. Any final thoughts on this episode, though?
Not really.
It's pretty much the Konosuba that we all know and love.
All right. So we killing or passing?
I am going to pass it.
All right. I pass it as well. I thought it was a pretty good episode. People watching the stream in the chat, make sure to put in your opinion. QRW6 though, he's having a lot of people are having troubles this week, it's still fine for me. Like everything it says, so maybe next week will be better. Or catch the VOD, either one. Let's now get into Satsuki's pick, Insomniacs After School, Episode 3. What'd you guys think about it?
Have fun. I was worried. I was concerned. Once I saw a new character, I was afraid that they were going to break the dynamics between our two main characters. I thought it was going to be one of those characters like a la, let's say like a mommy from Rent a Girlfriend, some character like that. And I was pleasantly surprised. We got a senpai character. I like it. I like it.
Bye.
Isn't she out of high school too?
Yeah, she's an alumni.
That's what I thought. Because I remember she was like nervous that she sent a picture to high schoolers. She's like, "Oh, I sent them to high schoolers." It's like, you're not that far removed. You know, it's not like you're as old as me sending high school pics. That sounds wrong. Let me rephrase that.
To be fair, we don't know how old she is. I would
True.
guess like 20, 22, 23. That's what I'm guessing.
I'm saying she just graduated, so I'm gonna say like 18 or 19.
The reason I don't say that is because she's a manager.
I mean, okay, that's a good point, but you never know. Some places may be super desperate.
Yeah, but you, if I'm thinking like she probably got this job when she got out of high school,
Yeah,
she probably had to at least have had a year of experience before they gave her that position.
true.
And she seems pretty used to being on her own. She has like her own moped, and she lives on her own, and she has a cat, cute cat.
Yeah, she has a cute little cat that she takes on walks with her leash
At night. To eat
at
pancakes.
night.
At night. In the park. At night.
I saw those pancakes and I was like, I want some pancakes now.
Also, she's the big titty goth girlfriend GF in this series.
She doesn't have big titties.
I didn't notice, to be honest.
Well,
She's not goth.
I was gonna say, is she goth because she's got white hair?
yeah.
What?
Big titty goth girlfriend GF.
She has like the cleanest face ever. She has like no piercings, no makeup.
Big titty. Goth
She doesn't have big
girlfriend
titties.
GF.
I think C saw a bra and said she has big titties now.
I think C is like trying to like name drop somebody that we should know, and I don't know who that is.
Wait, I am?
I don't know. You just kept saying it. I thought maybe it was someone you knew. Anyway, the sensei and the cat, round 2, 3, gonna fight.
I think she would lose that fight.
She's gonna lose it to the cat. Meow! I got your lettuce. You fucking cat! Carry my damn lettuce.
There's a lot of cats, man. Cats control the series. The cat is the one who actually sent the message.
I'm starting to think this cat is secretly a reincarnated businessman.
I mean, is that really out of the realm of possibility?
In anime, no.
Yeah,
It is not.
Yeah, he got isekai'd as a cat.
I can see it.
Meow.
And I don't know if you guys got this vibe. I kind of got to ask people because I don't know if like the Girls Love series has like changed how I look at things. But it seemed like when they had like the little interaction between Shiomaru and the teacher, like they were doing like this ship baiting thing.
Yeah, no,
Because-
the show is secretly horny. I've been saying it from episode 1.
It's how they like changed the lighting or whatever when they were together, and then like Shiomaru looks up at the teacher and is blushing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, the
I
teacher's
remember
hot.
that. I thought that was so weird.
Maybe
I mean-
the teacher's gonna get a big titty goth girlfriend GF.
What I was gonna say is maybe, I can't remember her name. I guess I'll call her Goth Girl now.
No,
Maybe-
no. Her name is Yui. It's Yui. Please.
Okay, that's easy to remember. maybe Yui secretly likes the teacher. You know, maybe she's always had a crush on her. You know, like a puppy love type thing. Exactly. She just has those. She's just like, Sensei, you smell so good.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know if she was still a teacher when she went to the school, but it probably is true. I don't know how old the teacher is, but
I ship it. Big titty goth girlfriend GF and a teacher. That's a mix.
She doesn't even look goth there. In fact, you know who she looks like? Honestly, like closest to.
Who?
She looks like the one guy from Snafu, almost.
Yeah, she almost looks like what's his name?
It's on the tip of my tongue. Oh my god.
Yeah,
it's hurting me.
I could see his face, and I can hear him too.
I don't know
saying
why I wanna
Hachiman.
say- I don't know why I want to say Hotoro, but it's definitely not that.
No, I want to say it starts with an H, but anyway, I can't freaking remember.
Oh
I know
my
who you're
God,
talking
I
about,
said it.
but yeah. But what I was gonna say is like, she looks like the character from that one series. I think it was called. Oh great! Now I'm gonna lose. I'm losing my mind here. Anyway, but yeah, I think she has the hots for teacher, just like Van Halen said.
She's
What is
like
the
a
teacher
cute
gonna
version of
look like
Fushi.
this year?
I kind of like Fushi, but let me find the person I was looking for.
Wait, isn't Fushi
Oh.
already pretty cute?
She's a cuter version of Fushi. Let's say that.
Oh, okay.
And guess what, EA?
Hmm?
She made pancakes and didn't choke on them.
That's right.
That's right. That is 100% right.
She came prepared. She had butter. She had the syrup. I like how detailed that one scene was. For
Yeah,
no
it
reason.
was.
It's so detailed.
That means, and I can officially say this, Yui is better than what's her face.
Something Hara. Mohara? No, that's not.
Like, I think it's
Moroha.
Moroha. That it is. She's better than Moroha when it comes to eating pancakes because she doesn't choke and she doesn't die.
She's invincible. Nothing.
She
can
didn't even
stop
have
her.
water.
Yeah, she didn't even have water with her.
Yeah, nothing can stop her. She's
This
invincible.
was the person I was thinking
Oh,
of.
near. Okay.
Yeah, near. I don't know why that escaped me. But yeah, that's who she reminds me of.
We got to get a. We got to get her in a video. We got to get a Goku versus with her in it.
Near versus Yui.
No, Goku versus Yui.
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
Who would
because she
win?
survived the pancakes, so she's pretty powerful.
Got you. Oh. Yeah, this episode was just the senpai teaching them, like, some camera work to take good shots at night because they were kind of clueless on that. So she taught them some composition and other techniques, which is pretty cool. So hopefully she stays like a prominent character, and that's like the character they always go to when they're in trouble. Because I liked her.
Philip says in the chat, will they find a UFO this season?
No.
Like in Mob.
Oh my god. Dude, that'd be amazing. Goth big titty girlfriend goes to like Mars or something like that. That'd be great.
The funny thing is about that whole mob scene was that that's hilarious. Mob Psycho scene was we didn't expect them to find the aliens, and then boom, they found them. But in this one, of course, they won't find the aliens, so it's gonna be sad and disappointing. 0 out of 10.
Well, any final thoughts on this episode? It was very simple. It was a very slice of life-ish episode. Like, I haven't seen pure slice of life anime in a while, but this had a moment there at the end.
I don't know why I found it so funny when a teacher just hopped out the tent.
Yeah, that was
I think it was funny to me. I think it was funny to me because I was just like, why did she go in the tent and fully zip it up?
Oh, you know why.
Wait, now they have a tent. Oh no.
Bow.
Oh god. And there's going to be some competitions that they're preparing for. So we got some. This is like the perfect like setting for a romance anime. Like you're alone with the other romantic interests, and it's at night, and you're looking at the stars.
And it's written very hornily.
If these guys don't kiss by the end of it, this show is a sham.
Did you ever see that College Humor video of the ShamWow guy going to prison and killing a bunch of people?
I have not.
I haven't seen it either.
He was like, hey, you tough guy looking over there. Look what I got here. I got a shiv. You know what this shiv is? The shiv works everything. And look at it. Wow, pow! Stabs a guy, kills him right here. Look at it, dead body.
There's some good advertisement. Just throw like some obnoxious ass numbers on the screen. You know, put some good music over it. Wait for a good infomercial.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happened to ShamWow guy?
He's in jail.
Oh, so he actually did go to... Okay.
I have no idea. I think I heard rumor. I don't know if it's true or not, but he was with an escort and she bit him on the face.
Wow.
Sometimes you just gotta... Sometimes you're hungry. Let's be real.
Yeah, I forgot. C doesn't care about that.
Yeah, he's a cannibal this season.
Like normal.
Tora Burp is in the chat. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate it. ShamWow guy joined the team Fortress Mercenaries. He is now the scout. I don't think you guys would get that reference. I don't think you guys played Team Fortress.
I don't even know anything.
Like anything? Like anything?
No, I'm a dummy.
But you know that you're dumb.
What?
This is the smartest episode of the podcast, that way.
So, are we killing or passing Insomniacs After School Episode 3?
I don't hate it yet. So, I will give it a pass.
There you go. Satsuki?
I am passing it.
And as for me, I pass it as well. It was pretty good. I enjoyed the new edition. Burb says 200 IQ stream.
Whoa. There was a bird?
Yeah, it's
we
crazy.
had the bird sound effect.
It's in my server.
Oh, I see it. Blue Jay. Wonderful.
Yeah. Well, let's get into Demon Slayer Season 3, Episode 3. I have 4 pages of notes from the video I did on it. So,
Sheesh.
Sorry about that, guys. But, very detailed. This week's episode of Demon Slayer, what did you guys think about it?
Well, shit has definitely hit the fan.
Yeah, oh my god. EA, I want to know your thoughts on Ginya after pulling out the double barrel.
I love him.
I knew you would.
I mean, I saw the double barrel and I'm like, hell yeah. And he shot both of that demon's heads off. But apparently this is a demon where it's got the Hydra kind of effect to it, where if you shoot it, another one's going to take its place. It's like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
How are they going to kill it? Oh no.
And they're all different too.
Yeah, I noticed one of them said joy on it, so it's like, I'm guessing maybe it's a different feelings, because the guy the whole time, he was annoying, let's be honest. He was just like, Muzan's gonna hate me. It's like, I hate this guy. But then when he gets split up, I'm guessing it's his split personality. So, there it is. That's what makes this demon who he is. And he's because I was thinking, how is he stronger than the guy in the vase? Because he's the fourth. He's the fourth upper moon, while the other guy's the 5. So I was just like, please tell me this guy has some kind of power, and there it is. But yeah, Voz guy, he made quick work of that one dude. Fucking sheesh.
Yeah.
Just zoomed him into the vase or vase, and just
Yeah,
the guy ain't dead. He should be.
And then spit out all of his clothes. The ultimate disrespect. Didn't even eat his clothes.
Yeah, and he just thought that he didn't even like him. He was just like, eh.
What if he comes back in like one of the episodes and he's like completely naked and he's like, I got it out of the vase.
And fleshless? Got no skin?
Well, no, like, what if he has his flesh and everything? Like, what, you know?
It's not gonna happen, see.
He's completely naked.
It's not gonna happen.
What are you...
The guy's dead.
This would be funny.
Let's mourn for him.
Okay.
But yeah, yeah, it didn't take that long. I was wondering how long it was gonna take before it got into action, but it didn't take long at all. Now we're fighting, and we're gonna see how strong the Mist Hashira is, and so far he's shown his strength, but now we're gonna see what more he can do.
This is true.
Also, where is Heart Girl?
Mitsuri? That is a good question. We still have yet to introduce her. I guess that's why there's so many Hashiras in this season, because there's so many upper moons, technically speaking. So they infiltrated that place pretty quickly. We'll say.
Yeah, and they seem to know exactly where they were. Like I was thinking the same thing, because they were when Tanjiro had to go to the actual village, it was a secret thing. He had to go from this guy to this guy to this girl to this guy on piggyback, and then boom, you're there. But no, these Hashiras were like, yeah, fuck all that. We're here.
I think it's because the pot guy. It's because Gyoko. He probably disguised himself as a pot, and inside of it had all of the other upper moons inside of it, and that's probably why.
You think so?
That would make the most sense.
Yeah, I honestly don't know, but because it seems like he's got a lot in there.
Philip says could be he came to this village to relax and recover. There you
go. I think something is going on with what's his face? Is it Genya?
Yeah, Genya.
I think it has something to do with him, just because he had the fast recovery thing. It kind of reminded me of, when Aaron had the fast recovery when we didn't know he was a Titan. I don't know. I don't think he can't be a full on demon like Nezuko or anything, because we saw him. Actually, no, because
it could be the hot springs, because the hot springs.
I was thinking that too.
Literally everything. Like they even get in the manga, they go into like a list of detailed things that it heals from. It like basically the most random shit it'll heal.
So if you got no dick, you can sew it back on.
Yes.
I guess so. I just find it because the reason I find it weird is because this village has been hidden for how many years, and they just suddenly stumble upon it. It just doesn't really make much sense to me, unless there's like a demon on the inside.
You think Genya is maybe secretly a demon, and or maybe not a demon, but he's like working for them?
I could see that. Is working for them.
I feel like some demon has to be on the inside for them because Muzan would have to know it, and he had to direct them. I don't think it makes any sense for them just to stumble upon this village after all of these years.
Right.
Because if Muzan could destroy the very place that are creating the Nichirin swords, he would have been did this.
I agree. I agree.
It also would make sense why he shot off the heads of that upper moon.
Ooh, so that he could unleash. Yeah.
Could be it.
Yep. This guy's evil.
I don't know about evil. I was just thinking that maybe he had like a demon's blood or something. or at least there was a demon that was already in this village somehow.
Oh,
For
and it-
Muzan to know.
okay. Well, he's not very nice.
The timing of it is just weird. Or it could have something to do with the guy that we kept seeing in Tanjiro's like memories, because
Has
this
to
all
be.
came to be after the uncovering of that sword.
You think maybe the uncovering of the sword unleashed like a demon scent, and all of a sudden demons were like, "Oh, there it is."
Could be something like that.
Well, we also do know that Nezuko's blood is changed. So could it be that?
I don't think it's Nezuko though, because they've already talked about how Muzan can't. He can't see. Damn, I can't remember her name. It starts with a T.
Tamayo.
Wait,
Tamayo?
say it again. Yeah,
Tamayo?
he can't see either of them. He's connected to all the demons except for them.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
good thing
a
to
lot
bring up,
of-
though.
Yeah, a lot of unanswered questions. Like, where's Mitsuri?
Yeah, well, she's probably going to end up fighting Pop Boy, or she's going to be the. Well, no, because we already have a Hashira to take care of this demon.
Mhm.
So if she is to take, because the common theme has been Hashira is going 1-on-1, or at least they're the sole reason why they're taking down one of these upper moons. So if she's gonna fight someone, I expect it to be number five guy.
5 guys.
As well, Muichiro, the Mist Hashira. He sort of just escaped off into the distance, and
He got flung back.
yeah, and he I thought it was interesting. He saw the boy and he was like, I must ignore it and continue on my mission. But then he remembered what Tanjiro said to him earlier in this episode, when Tanjiro was like, it's good to help out people. And keep in mind, the Muichiro came in the middle of the night and was like, Tanjiro, let's go look for Hage Nezuka-san. And Tanjiro was like, yeah, sure, okay. 3 a.m. Sure. I love you.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy. And because he was such a good boy, he changed he's changing the Mist Hashiro's attitude little by little.
Yeah, he got really sparkly eyed in that episode. He's just like, what did you just say?
Yeah.
I just love how Genya's like, hey, you broke my arm last time, but then Tanjiro's like, yeah, because you tried to hit a girl. You deserved it.
He's not lying.
Yeah, he just says it unapologetically, like there's no doubt or anything in his mind. He's just like, yeah, I did the right thing. I'm telling you, Tanjiro's a psychopath.
QRW6 says, what are y'all thoughts on some fans being upset with the pacifier so far?
The
What?
pacifier.
Is that monster? This CGI monster?
The movie with Vin Diesel, made in the early 2000s.
I think he's talking about the CGI thing. I think it's a non-burger. It's a nothing issue. Freaking 50% of Demon Slayer is already CG and you don't even notice it. Who cares?
Mhm. Also, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Who cares?
Yeah,
Yeah.
who's this shit?
It's even tiring to talk about, because we always talk about like how fans' reaction to CGI, whatever. People don't like CGI. It's not going to really change. We've gotten good CGI to blend in with the 2D animation, but people aren't going to care.
Yeah,
So
it's like really good 2D.
he means pacing.
The pacing.
That's also that's kind of dumb in my opinion. What do you think, Sansi?
Well, I'm the dumb one. I do think the pacing is I do think the pacing is weird, because we kind of just jump into this fight so quickly. There's like no build up.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
I think it kind of ruins the like prestige of the fight, because I think at least with like let's say the previous art, the entertainment district art, we had a period of time to where we were trying to figure out what was going on with the wives and uncovering where Daki was. So there was like there was some build up to it at least. But with this, it's just they just show out of nowhere, and then it's like, all right, we're thrust in the fight. And I think that can work on certain occasions, but Demon Slayer does this a lot, where we're just like already in the mix.
Well, that's why I'm okay with it. This is just a Demon Slayer thing. I've done it several times before.
It did seem rather quick. That's why I was like, by the third episode, now we're fighting, these upper moons and everything. But I think it will be fine if it's like, I don't know, they have like some explanation as how they get there. Maybe they'll do some monologuing and stuff like that. Yeah, other than that, it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, that's.
But I do agree. It does seem a little quicker than the usual arcs that we've seen so far.
I think it may as well probably be because this is going to probably be a really long fight. That's what I'm thinking. I think they're going to go balls to the wall with whatever the fuck they're doing this season. I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know how many episodes this is going to be. I don't know if this is going to be like 10 or 11 like last season. Could be 24 for all I know. If it is, holy shit.
They seem to always come up with whatever numbers they want when it comes to Demon Slayer. It's like 24, 11, sure. Let's go for 4.
I think that's just because I know you haven't read the manga, EA, but the manga is so freaking quick. Like,
yeah, I heard it's really like you could read it in a weekend, right?
You could probably read it in a day if you really
that
want
short.
to. Yeah.
Wow.
It'd take your whole day, but it is that simplistic and it's that short. So.
Wow. Yeah, because I know that the actual manga's been done for a while and that it's ended, and I try to stay away from spoilers as much as I can. But like if I ever wanted to know how it ended, it's like it's been there. Crazy.
I'm gonna search up how many episodes is Demon Slayer season 3. If it says 24, geez. Oh, it's going to be 12 episodes.
Wow. They're adding one extra.
Yep, they're doing one extra.
But yeah, I guess in a way it's kind of cool. And what I mean by that is like, it's not worrying about the whole what am I trying to say? The filler stuff. They're just like, get into the fights or whatever. I wonder if it's just going to be the 2 Hashira, and I wonder who's going to die. If it's going to be the pink-haired, there's going to be a crowd outrage of her dying.
I don't think it's going to be Mitsuri yet. She may still die, but I don't, because there's so many Hashira this season. I don't know if I could very well foresee no one dying, honestly, just because there's so many in the mix. Like it's probably be obviously much harder to take down a Hashira when you got fucking 12 of them. So obviously not 12 of them. There's like 3, I think, right? So I would say, just based off character design alone, I would go with Genya. But then again, Genya, I feel like he probably is going to be in the story for much longer as well. And the same with Mitsuri. And Miss Hashira is a little, we
don't know much about him.
I don't know about him. Know much about him, so I can't really say for sure. Which could be a damnation of his future, or not. We've never had the 3 Hashira in a fight before in Demon Slayer, so
crazy.
QRW6 says fighting 2 upper moons with 2 Hashiras, 2 up and coming demon slayers with a demon girl and some swordsmiths. Don't forget, we got some mysteries to uncover. Yeah, there's a lot going on this season, to be fair.
Yeah, so I guess when it comes to the pacing, who knows, maybe they'll be defeated right away. and then they'll get back to the story.
Yeah, very well. Literally, that could very well happen. This is Demon Slayer. They like to, they don't like to rush things, which is funny. I want to say this as well. So a lot of people say about, of course, we're watching Fate Zero and Demon Slayer this season, so 2 UFO table series. A lot of people say this series is like mindless and it's mid. The story is terrible and it's some of the worst writing in shonen history and all this. However, the main complaint for Fate Zero is that too much fighting, too much talking, or too much talking, not enough fighting. So
And now this one has the opposite.
yeah,
A lot of fighting, not enough talking.
which
You just can't please anybody.
yeah, you can't please anybody when it comes to really freaking popular shows. I just think the whole hate against Demon Slayer thing is just because it's popular.
Yeah, I think so too.
What do we think about the 300-year-old blade though? Where's that going?
I thought it was so funny how it was this whole build up to where he was gonna pull the sword out and like, oh, it's the best steel in the world. Oh, let's see what this looks like. Oh, and then it's all rusted.
Yeah.
Which the little boy said, yeah, that would make sense. It is 300 years old, and it wasn't well kept. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. Way to be realistic with it for once.
Then Hage Nazuka-san comes from the forest, roided up, looking real jacked,
God.
baby.
Take care of it. Let me take care of it. I said, let me take care of it.
Yeah, that was a good moment. That was a really good moment. I never expected him to come out fucking jacked like that. That was crazy.
That was funny.
But other than that, once again, Demon Slayer is really simple. We don't have to worry about, talking about too much stuff with this show. So, but this is episode 3, where once again, killing or passing. So be sure, if you haven't already, in the chat, if you want to put your opinion on if you want to kill or pass this episode. Love to hear it. We killing or passing?
Well, I mean, I don't know what to say about this series, but no, I'm kidding. I'm passing it.
Yeah, I'm passing as well.
Well, I'm passing it too. So let's go ahead and get into our final show of the evening. Let's talk about the adventures of Religious Man and Einar. Talk about Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 16. This was a pretty noteworthy episode, because at the very end, we have Thorfinn seemingly taking up arms again to fight and defend Einar and his friends from Snake.
But in this case, he wasn't doing it for revenge.
Wasn't doing it for revenge.
He was doing it for them in love.
Yeah, and drugs.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, this was a really good episode. I watched the part where Ironhide was basically just talking about what happened, because Einar said to her, I thought you were going to let the storm pass. And that didn't happen, obviously. But then Ironhide was basically like, yeah, I wanted to make that dream a reality, so to speak. I forget exactly what she said, but essentially what she said was, the thing that drives all of us is the dream. The dream of that better life, the dream of, if I can save my husband and get back to that world, that normal life, then yeah, I'll do it. So I thought that was a pretty awesome little scene right there, amongst other things. I feel like there was a whole bunch of great scenes. You know, you had the old master talking to Snake, and you know, of course, at the very, very, very end, which another cock tease. I was literally like, oh, Thorfinn is about to fight Snake in this epic battle.
And
then
he's got the
we gotta wait
classic
next
pose.
week. Yeah, he's got the 2 knives ready to go, even though he's got no knives.
He can use his fingers.
Yeah, he'll use his really extremely sharp fingernails.
QRW6 says Arnhide emotions in this episode got me. So that was a big moment as well. Just them running to Arnhide because they were so worried about her with what happened. They know something happened with Gardar. And so they go to her and basically they pretend to help wash dishes with her and stuff. And she just sort of just recounts the night. And it seems like... Now, I could be wrong about this, but did this imply, or I just may be forgetting altogether, but did this imply that she killed someone?
I don't think it did, but I don't know.
Or
Maybe I didn't think that at the time.
Well, either way, she's very distraught over just how everything has happened, and the reason she went there is because she thought that he and her could carry Kettle's son as their own son and recapture that magic.
That old glory, yep. That dream, so to speak.
And truth is, it's probably never going to happen. But by God, Einar and Thorfinn are not going to give up on it either. They want it just as much as Arnhide wants it, because they know Arnhide is a good person that deserves it. Which is, I think, the first time we've seen somebody or any group of people in Vinland Saga get really far in trying to save a person, or just offering their help up, willy-nilly. Usually what we see is people keep falling down, this path of into revenge or, something like that, or anger and vengeance and fighting and violence. But this is the one time where it's like, we want to pull Garter from that life. We want to pull Arnhide from that life and restore them. It's very nice of them to do. And once again, I've said it many weeks in the series, but I just feel like Vinland Saga, the one thing it's great at is making you sympathize and want better for these characters.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, because the situation they're in is literally the worst possible situation they can be in. And even if they're bad people that kill people, even Garter, I want Garter to be happy. Because we know that, like how Arnhide describes him in this episode, is like, she looked into his eyes and all he saw was somebody who was just miserable. And the thing is you can see it. And I thought about this. I thought about, well, what can we look at other characters' eyes? And I think you can kind of see it in all the other characters' eyes as well. I think everyone's miserable to a degree.
Yeah. Yeah, Einar still has that dream of escaping. And Einar especially, whenever Einar was telling her story and everything, he was like, because he's the one that still has the fight in him. He's still a slave and he's still locked up and whatnot, but deep down, he wants to... If he could do one thing, like if he can't get out, at least he can have her out. Even though he loves her, but she got herself another man. Is what it is. But at least he can do this one thing that he couldn't do with his own family, which I thought was definitely part of his character, really telling.
QRW6 says it was her fearing she would get killed with Gardar, so she released them. Okay, I was a little confused. I apologize.
Lord, I apologize. Satsuki!
Please don't say it. Don't say it, EA.
How are you?
I'm good.
What?
What'd you think I was gonna say?
People have just been adding me with the Miami Heat and whatnot.
No, I know that, but I was assuming that's why you were gone for a while because I was like something has to be going on with the Heat, and I saw it and I'm like, oh yeah, they're about to win.
No, it was just it wasn't me. It was a lot of noise in the background and
I gotcha.
it was a lot of ads I kept getting, so I just muted.
I gotcha. Well, welcome back.
Hello.
We're on Vinland Saga.
No, I was here for everything.
Oh, okay.
I was here for everything. So I guess like the highlight for the episode to me was what EA already talked about with the stance that Thorfinn got in. It was really hype to see him go back to his old roots of fighting, because Thorfinn is in this state, with my manga knowledge, he's the perfect character that embodies that phrase, I ain't the killer but don't push me. Perfect person for that.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because we already know what he's capable of. So of course I'm not going to spoil what happens or anything like that, but
Please.
but it's a cool fight. We know that Snake is strong, and we know that like we saw how crazy Thorfinn used to be. So it's just a matter, and we know that Thorfinn can tap into some of that power because him and Snake had that little confrontation. So, and what's also interesting about this matchup is that if you think of it in that Thorfinn saw Aslad and Snake when they fought, or that little brief skirmish they had. If he does beat Snake, it will almost be like beating Aslad, which he was never able to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be some redemption right there.
We did as well get to see Askeladd in this again. It's always nice to see Askeladd.
His other daddy.
Yeah.
So his demon on his shoulder, really, that's kind of what he is at this point. He's basically like, come on, Thorfinn. You know you want to murder that bitch. Come on. Just murder him. Just a little murder. Just a little stabby. A little stabby stab.
A little stabby stab.
I like how he was able to discern what weapons he used too. He was like, it can't be a sword. I forgot what the other weapon he mentioned, but he could tell that the weapons he used were daggers based on his stance.
There you go.
Yeah, that shows you his expertise when it comes to fighting too.
Yeah,
and then too, old Gramps, was trying to talk some knowledge in the Snake by saying, "Yo, you could put down the sword. You don't have to carry on this torture revenge, and you just take over the farm." Giving him a way out.
What a sweet gig!
Yeah. Entire farm to himself, already like fertilized, so you don't really have to, you just have to maintain it, really.
Pretty much, yeah. How's that going to work with Kettle, though?
I mean, I would assume that he would just resume the duties his father, or his father was already doing, which for someone like Snake, who was able-bodied and it should be easier for him to do. And then he could just live in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, of course, we know that's not going to happen because it's not just Kettle's decision, but Canute and the boys are coming there. So
yeah, I feel like this is going to be a situation where a bunch of shit goes down, and then suddenly Canute and everyone arrive, and they're,
oh my god,
I'm starting to think it may be like months down the road that this happens, because they are traveling on boat, and that does take time, and it takes time for Canute to probably arrange all these things. So I imagine they're gonna have some time to prepare for all of this. Maybe we'll see. And maybe they'll team up with Garter. Maybe they'll get Garter, going in there gardening.
Yeah, I think Garter is on the verge of death.
But they'll heal him.
With the healing girl?
Yes. Wherever she is, she'll arrive. She'll be like, "You're here." She'll go, "Hey, listen." Zelda reference.
I just like how the Gramps is helping him with this whole escape plan because he's already realizing he's at death's door.
Yeah.
So he's trying to do whatever he can to repay them back for their help because they helped each other a lot, and I think he may even see like Thorfinn, Einar, and an Arhide as like a family. They were like a little family for a bit, and he's the one character on this farm that doesn't demean them as slaves. He treats them like they're equals, and he even says to Snake, like, slaves aren't slaves because they were just inherently inferior to anybody else. They were just unlucky. You and I could have ended up in the same situation had we had some missteps along life. So I've always appreciated his character, and
Thorfinn is an example of that too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think everybody would be an example of that because.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially
at least.
me.
Wait, what?
Hell yeah, sign me up.
Do you want to be a slave?
I mean, no.
I'm confused.
Me too.
Well, I was just going to say, there's the characters we've seen thus far haven't been born into it, so
Maybe
they've
I'll be
all
Takemi's
experienced
slave.
I don't think anybody understands that.
Takemi slave.
Yeah, she's just a doctor. I don't think she's looking for that position.
You were saying?
I was saying nobody was really born into it, so like everybody had past lives that they enjoyed before they of course unluckily got into this situation, whether their village was pillaged or what have you.
Maybe Canute.
Huh?
What about him?
Maybe Canute is gonna arrive soon. I mean, yeah.
You keep hoping.
Yeah. Well, it's just what do you guys think is going to happen with the fight? Do you think it's going to get interrupted? Do you think it's going to conclude?
I think it's
Who
gonna.
do you think is going to win?
It's a good question.
I think Thorfinn's going to stop Snake, and we're just gonna get a moment where everyone's just like, okay, everyone, you got out of your system, calm the fuck down. Now shut the fuck up. Be chill. All right?
Well, let me try to lead you guys in a direction, and this is not saying this is what happens. It's just
what's going to happen?
No, it's just clarifying things to.
I'm gonna be Takemi's slave.
So, last fight we had with Gardar and Snake, we understand that Gardar is a pretty strong individual, but he was, even though he was like injured and starving and all this stuff, Snake had the handicap of having to capture him instead of killing him.
Mm-hmm.
We know with fighters of this level, having a handicap like that hinders you a lot when you are aiming to just knock someone out or whatever it is, incapacitate them. Thorfinn has resolved not to kill anybody, so now he has his handicap. So even if you think these guys are on the same level, Snake has the luxury of going, I just want to kill you, just get out of my way. So now it's like the roles are kind of flipped with the fight that Snake had, to where before he was trying to capture somebody and he won the fight pretty easily, but now he's aiming to kill somebody, and Thorfinn has that handicap. So does that influence you in thinking who's going to win, or do you still think it's going to go the same way?
I think presented like that, it definitely could go the other way, if that is the case. But it is hard to say. I feel like even though we're only 16 episodes into this, I feel like not enough has played out yet to get an idea, a good grasp. I feel like it's not as easily predictable, we'll say, which is very interesting. You think about it.
Okay, how about this? Let's play devil's advocate. Let's see. What do you think would be the ramifications of either situation? What do you think happens if Snake wins, and what do you think happens if Thorfinn wins?
I think if Thorfinn wins, it's not a win. It calms everything down. Because I don't think Thorfinn's going to kill Snake. I think he's going to, put him in an armbar, like, disconnect his fucking hands or something. I don't know what he's going to do. But he's going to, like, incapacitate him to some degree. That's what I think what happens if Thorfinn wins, and I think that restores some kind of balance or order. And establishes some sort of common ground and some sort of meaning, and maybe solves the situation entirely, which could either give leeway to Garter receiving the help that he needs, or Garter getting the treatment that he needs in terms of ceremonially, in terms of his passing, if that is the case. Snake wins. I think generally speaking, it's more or less probably the same thing, but there is will they execute, Thorfinn, Einar, Arnheid if Snake wins? That's the question that kind of comes in the air. But you also have Sverkel, who's in that mix, who is aiding, but at the same time he's dying. He doesn't have much time left. What are you going to do at that point, that stage? And also as well, he's the old master. His word does carry some sort of weight in their family, and they're all family. So, it is interesting to think about. It is a little complicated on Snake's side. I think it's much easier to predict on Thorfinn's side because we know Thorfinn is a pacifist at this point. And I don't think he's going to take his life.
Okay. Yeah, so it seems like you think story-wise it would make more sense for Thorfinn to win because the ramifications of Snake winning are like too great because he could just as easily try to kill Thorfinn. And we know that someone like Einar is not going to stand for that, so he would also fall.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
But like you said, there's a third party, Gramps and Arnheid, who could potentially stop anything fatal from happening.
I think best case scenario is Garter lives, order is restored, Thorfinn wins the duel, or maybe he doesn't. But in some situation, the best case scenario is that they all sort of understand each other. Nobody has to die, and they prepare themselves. They get on the same, playing, or the same headspace, right? And then they use that to move forward into what will unknowingly be their probably battle against Knut's army, which is going to be crazy.
All right.
Yeah, for me, I just think, I don't know. I feel like Arnheid and Garter get away. I don't think anyone wins. I think it's probably a good enough battle. No one's going to die. It's going to be a good enough battle to where Thorfinn holds it off. But Thorfinn's probably not going to get off light because he basically did free Kettle's favorite slave. And there's going to be some type of repercussion. But then again, that's going to be interesting whenever Leif Erikson gets there. Because, that's his person he's been looking for years, and now he's finally there, and there's just going to be more drama. So, yeah, that's what I think.
So you think it ends in a stalemate rather than a victor?
Yeah, there's going to be no victor. I think it's going to be almost to the point where maybe not they beat the crap out of each other, but more just Thorfinn fights him off as best he can, and Snake just gets tired or something.
Okay.
That's a pretty good one as well. So, any final thoughts?
I love this series. I love this show. I can't wait to see what happens next.
Yeah, this is my favorite thing to watch this season. It's what I always look forward to. They're doing a really good job with this adaptation. They've been doing this since season 1. I'm glad that people always seem to check the people that have an issue with this series not having the fighting and all that stuff, because people are recognizing that's not what it's been about.
Yeah.
It was the prologue for a reason.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have a friend. His name is Arvius. He's a content creator. He made a video about that recently. So, I agree with him. He came to the same conclusions. So, with that all out of the way, EA, tell the people, where are you located? Where can they find you?
Hey, it's your boy EA, Everything Animated. You can find me over at my channel, Everything Animated. I currently have, I can tell you how many, drum roll please, 533 subscribers.
Woo!
Yes,
Hell
yes,
yeah.
thank you. All the claps for me. So, whenever you go ahead and you subscribe to me, just know you probably won't see any videos anytime soon, at least until maybe June or July. And then when that happens, you'll have all the content in the world.
Boo! You stink!
You shut up.
Shut up!
Said it.
We need
I want to say, yeah, shut up. That's great. So, anyway, time for me to split on out of here. And as always,
Satsuki.
Hello, it is Satsuki the Savage. You can check me out on my main channel, Satsuki the Savage on YouTube, as well as my Twitch, Satsuki the Savage, and that's "duh" with a D-A, where I play Persona 5, Ace Attorney, not Phoenix Wright this time, whatever the second one is, and Pokemon Violet, and probably some more games to come in the future. And I play those games on the weekends, usually around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've been talking about the Yumiko video for a long while, but I think I'll actually get started on, not started on it, but actually getting the editing part of it.
I can't wait
I'll
to see
start
it.
that this weekend. I've been looking forward to it, but I'm editing my last video for my gaming channel. That's Satsuki the Gamer, if anybody's interested in that. I'm editing the last video for that, so I'll have at least 2 to 3 weeks of free time, so that'll be cool. But yeah, you can find me on those channels. It's your boy. Yerp.
As for me, I got some stuff coming out this week. Obviously, came out with the Demon Slayer video yesterday, and it's a pretty successful video so far, so I'm very grateful for that. But I am still working on Attack on Titan content. I have a video coming up. I don't know if it's going to be this week, and most likely it'll be next week. We'll see. It's a sponsored video, once again by Sakurako and Tokyo Treat, which is a Japanese snack box. They're really great to me. Also, their product is amazing. So I'm trying to make, when I do an ad spot for them, a video that I know is going to get a lot of traction and a lot of evergreen views, because I like their company and who the people that are working for them. And so that video is going to be 100 facts of AOT video, and I got to record it today. So it may be out this week, but I can already see it's going to be a very hard edit. So we'll see about that. And other than that, that's going to be pretty much it. Kind of going to be talking about the new Chainsaw Man chapter tomorrow on the Bento channel. I want to start reading JJK for that channel as well. I think having both Chainsaw Man and JJK would make a lot of sense. Cover those weekly when a new chapter drops, so we'll see. But other than that, thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Johnny.
Later.